All right, number 20 is asking, what constraints can we add to reduce the number of answers? So 17 we had 2 answers, 18 we had 2 answers, 19 we had 4 answers. So let's look at 17 first. We had answers at 3 pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4. There and there. So what the constraint can do is it can eliminate one of these quadrants. So for example, we know that sine is positive up here in these two quadrants, right? So if we say sine of theta must be greater than 0, well then that eliminates this possibility. It would eliminate 5 pi over 4. And now we only have one answer. If we add this constraint on here, which is something we can do. Okay? Let's try. You don't have to do this, but let's just look at it for all three. So here we have 4 pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3 are down here, right? So let's say we want to eliminate one of those answers. Well, we know that, for example, cosine is negative over here. So if we say cosine theta must be less than 0, well then that eliminates this possibility because over here cosine theta is not less than 0. So that eliminates our 5 pi over 3 option. All right. And then for another thing we could say, let's redraw the circle. All right. Our answers again were 4 pi over 3, 5 pi over 3. What if we said, well, sine theta has to be greater than 0, like we did up here? Well, that happens in these two quadrants, and our answers aren't in those two quadrants, so then we'd have no solutions. It'd eliminate both of them. Okay, let's look at this last one, because this will be interesting. On this one, well, our 7 pi over 6 is down here, 11 pi over 6 is down here, but then our other answers aren't in quadrants. They're right here. Okay, so this is going to be a little tricky. So let's say we say cosine theta, or let's say tangent theta. Let's say we want tangent theta to be less than 0. We want tangent to be negative. All right, so, well, that is going to automatically eliminate up here because tangent is not negative there. Down here, these answers are going to still be in here. This answer is going to be, it's actually undefined. Okay, so this is a little confusing, but you know tangent of 3 pi over 2 is undefined, right? So if we say that tangent theta must be less than 0, well, when tangent theta is undefined, it's not less than 0, it's nothing, it's undefined. So that's going to take out this 3 pi over 2 answer, right? Pi over 2 gets taken out already because we're on this half of our circle. So that just leaves us with our other two answers. Let's say we had done cosine theta had to be positive. Cosine theta is greater than 0. Okay, well, cosine theta is only greater than 0, or it's never greater than 0, right? Because right here it's 0, down here it's 0, down here it's negative, down here it's negative, so then it's never greater than 0. So if we make it cosine theta has to be less than 0. Okay, well then now these two answers are still good, the 7 pi over 6, the 11 pi over 6. But then this answer is not good because at this point it's not greater than 0, it's not less than 0, it's exactly equal to 0. So that answer gets taken out and we have two answers again. Okay, so again, adding these constraints on can just give us more information about the situation, which will cut down our number of answers. Here are a lot of examples of that happening.